The cancer burden in India is one of the highest in the world. In fact, it is taking up about 1/4 of the global cancer burden, and among the death rates, India ranks the highest, about 25% of the global deaths. One statistic says that about 74,000 people die every year in India. That's about 200 women die out of cancer cervix or cancer breast every day. So this is a very worrisome picture, and therefore Government of Tamil Nadu has taken up a project under the Tamil Nadu Health Systems project, under which the NCD screening activities have been taken up on a pilot mode in the year 2007-2010 in 2 districts, and after that it has been scaled up to all the 32 districts, and we have completed screening of about 7.7 million women for cancer cervix and about 9.5 million women for cancer breast. And the detected positive patients are undergoing treatment, and all the health data are put under the HMIS. Follow-up is being done, and adequate IEC is being continued, and this is taken up as one of the core mission projects under the Tamil Nadu Health Systems project. This is a 172 crore project, under which the 4 major silent killers of the day, diabetes mellitus and cancer cervix, cancer breast and hypertension. These 4 diseases are screened at village level, secondary care level and at the tertiary care level for higher level treatment. This was initiated on a pilot mode in the year 2007, and for 3 years it was done on a pilot mode, 2007 to 2010, and the outcomes of the pilot mode were analyzed and the gaps were identified, and then a full-fledged scale up to the districts was done in the year 2011 for 16 districts, and again in 2012 for another 16 districts. Total 32 districts are now under the cancer screening and other CVD diseases screening. At the village level, all the primary health centers, about 1,889 primary health centers are there in Tamil Nadu, and about 267 secondary care institutions are there, and about 40 medical college hospitals and medical college institutions are there. There all the scaling up of the treatment levels are happening. I wouldn't call them as flaws. This is one of the largest screening activity in the initial stages. As Professor Sankar Narayan just told, we have scaled up in a very short time. Therefore, there are bound to be certain gaps which are addressing. Like for example, the screening protocol are not being followed in some of the institutions due to the attrition rates among the staff nurses who leave the job, and then we put some new nurses in the place, and then the protocol training has to be reintroduced to them, and the awareness level among certain select groups like tribal areas are hard to go, where we are adopting certain separate strategies like using the NGOs who are already known to them, so that the level of penetration is larger. And there are certain gaps in the drugs indenting also. In certain places excess drugs were flowing, and certain places some gaps in shortage is reported. So effective drug distribution was initial level issue which we sorted out later, and the awareness among the urban middle class was lacking. This is another point which we found out later. We thought this is only a rural issue and urban, and a large percentage of upper and middle class women are not coming for screening, who generally go for treatment for the general illness to the private clinics and private hospitals, where the voluntary screening does not take place. The core point of the screening is it is not a compulsory screening. Women who come to the hospitals, government hospitals, be it a primary health center or a government hospital or a government medical college hospital, the higher level hospital, they come for some other illness. It can be a fever, it can be knee pain, it can be headache, it can be something, anything. So there will be a separate NCD corner where the trained staff nurses and doctors will be there, who will be actually at the initial years be canvassing for the people to come over for undertaking a voluntary screening initially. And due to our IEC activities taken over the media various forms, radio, television, movies and street plays, community based interventions, etc., slowly the footfalls at the NCD clinics improved on their own, and therefore it started picking up. We targeted various groups, like we sensitized the workers in factories. 400 factories were selected at random, spread all over the state, to give them the awareness through Mahatma Gandhi Rural Development Center in Dindikal. They went to the workers' place in their work time, during the lunch time, etc. They conducted small exhibitions, conducted small skits, demonstrated certain things, gave lectures. So this is work-based intervention. Second is a school-based intervention. All the schools that are getting funds under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan of the Government of India, they have been given 50,000 rupees each in the state, where students were given materials to know about the tobacco, various lifestyle diseases, what are the types of foods we should take, we should not take, what are the pollutants, what are the good things for society, etc. So these things were given, and then competitions were held for the students, and then 2 surveys were conducted. Baseline survey and endline survey was conducted for the school children to know whether their awareness has really taken place. National Institute of Epidemiology has undertaken this and said that the penetration is rather good. Third intervention is the community-based intervention. Tamil Nadu, you must be aware, that is having one of the strongest self-help group base. We have sensitized about 2.5 lakh self-help groups, which have at least 10 members each minimum. Some groups have even 30 or 40 self-help groups. So they were made to assemble in a place, and Tamil Nadu has a setup called Tamil Nadu Women's Development Corporation, headed by an IAS officer. She was given 10 crore rupees, 10.67 crore rupees for conducting this community-based intervention all over the state. This was conducted. And finally, media-based. So as you can see, there are 4 types: workplace intervention, school-based intervention, community-based intervention, and media campaigns. Through all these methods, TV campaign, street plays, skits, posters, pamphlets, wall writings, you name it, we did it. And through this massive invasion of information to the people's homes, this was become a success, and the screening rate really touched where we wanted to really reach. Our next phase of action will be on consolidating the data that we have created, that we have generated so far, to track the positive people, that is, the screened positive women are sometimes getting left out, they are missing because of social reasons or depression or many other factors, family support lacking, etc. So therefore we are going to strengthen the follow-up now that we have gone a long way in screening the people and found out a large number of persons as positive, and then the burden is now on us to treat the people who have been found positive. So that is where we are here, to know the strategies, etc., for treatment protocols, and also to stop people from getting out of the loop of the screening treatment process, so that everybody who has been screened positive finally gets the treatment that she or he is due. So that is our challenge now. And